Not necessarily, but it's just people have thrown that out there. Now, I do want to throw this at you.
What do you want to throw?
Oh, Jess, did you want to say something?
No.
Okay, I do want to move off the Leafs unless you guys have anything else to say.
Well, throw it at me, Adam. Are you going to throw it at me like a Habs jersey onto the ice?
There is we will get to that. Don't worry. But I wanted to give you some. I want to give you some trivia because that's where we're going.
Sure.
Milan Lucic has how many goals this year?
6.
4.
7.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Good work, Jesse.
Wow.
That is more goals than every single Montreal Canadian except for who?
Foley?
Gallagher.
Josh Anderson, who as of last night is out 2 to 4 weeks.
Oh, no.
Oh.
The most next to that is Tyler Toffoli with 5. And it's just come out as of the recording of this podcast that Jeff Petrie is also out.
Yeah.
After just coming back.
And they're trying to move Mr. Ben C.
Oh, Ben Sherratt?
Yeah.
Who has like 5 goals.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
And is bad defensively.
So
I'm never going to
I kid you not, Eric Engels, and we got to have Eric on to talk about this. They were talking about this morning on Sportsnet Central about the press conference and stuff like that. There's a lot going on in Montreal this week. And he was saying that teams are calling for Sherratt already, and the expectation is going to be a first-round pick.
Yeah.
Well, because who cares how he's doing this year? I was making fun of him being bad defensively because his numbers are bad. They're not acquiring him for the regular season. They're acquiring him for the playoffs, and they saw him go to the Stanley Cup final. He was worth a first-round pick in May. You know what I mean? So it's the price just hasn't gone down. That's all.
Wow. Couldn't believe it. But it makes sense. Now, the guy that tossed his jersey on the ice, and credit to Julian McKenzie of the SDPN and The Athletic for being the guy to catch it, because I guess it was Julian's tweet that went viral.
It was. Sportsnet used it in their graphic.
The guy that tossed the Canadiens jersey onto the ice called into a French language radio station afterwards as one of their call-in shows. Oh. And he said, the reason I did it is because the price of beer and tickets hasn't gone down and the product's garbage. I've had enough. And it kills me because 24 games ago,
they were in the Stanley Cup final.
Yeah.
Also,
isn't it crazy how quickly that changed? And I think it's because they're looking down a pretty long road of no hope here. I think Montreal Canadiens fans are smart.
Really not.
They've got a loaded prospect system, do they not? Or are they supposed to?
They do. And also, there's bad by accident, right? And there's a few teams that are like that. And then there's bad by act of God. And what scenario would allow the Montreal Canadiens to be good this year? Shea Weber's gone. So you look at managerial decisions. Deneau leaving and Kotkaniemi leaving. And the Dvorak trade, which should probably be getting a lot more criticism because they gave up their first-round pick in that stupid trade. But
not their first-round pick.
Carolina's, you're right.
Yeah, because their first-round pick is going to be top 3 in Montreal when they draft the first overall. Or
still bad.
Man, they could have got Sherratt for that.
So they'll get that first-round pick back. So anyway, those 3 things are managerial. Carey Price not playing yet had nothing to do with anything. Shea Weber being out the entire year had nothing to do with anything. Josh Anderson being out 2 to 4 weeks.
It's just a bad hit.
Jeff Petrie. How were they ever supposed to be good? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Canucks iced a team
fully healthy
and were dog shit, and management went, oh. But Montreal went out there and was bad, and we're all like, yeah. Because look at everything they've had to go through.
Yeah.
It's awful.
The problem is that Carey Price, the chances of Carey Price ever playing is it wrong?
Are we going to do this again?
50 games at Carey Price? Are we going to get 50 games out of that? And you know what was crazy?
I learned my lesson last playoffs.
Pierre LeBrun floated yesterday that what might solve the Avalanche goalie woes is Carey Price.
No way.
Wait. And he's the first person I've heard talk about that. But I don't know in what I'm not sure if that means that there have been a discussion. I'm sure there hasn't been.
When did NHL GMs start treating goalies like it's Yahoo Fantasy? Like, all right, we're going to give $1 bajillion to Matt Murray. He's bad. Never mind. We're going to give some money to Braden Holtby. He's bad. Never mind. We're going to give some money to Darcy Kemper. He's bad. Never mind. Like, this isn't... Do you get 4 waiver claims a week in the NHL? Is that how this works? No, that's Yahoo Fantasy. Can you tell that's what I do?
This is your first year playing fantasy.
Yes, in a very long time. Yeah. Can you? Yeah. What is with all these teams handing out money to goalies and then immediately abandoning that goalie?
I don't know.
You just got Kemper. You traded for him.
They also have a starting goalie in Pavel Francouz who hasn't played yet, but he's coming back
he's
in
good.
like a month.
He's good. He's just hurt all the time.
Yeah.
He's like the right catching Peter Mrazek. And he's a good goalie.
And if there's anything we know about the Montreal Canadiens is that trades involving legendary goaltenders to the Avalanche always work out really well. So, I think we need to repeat history on that one for sure.
Why? Man, that is maybe the biggest example of it being a copycat league. I didn't even think about that.
Crazy, right? Bit of a parallel.
Why of all the shrewd moves Joe Sakic has made, he's going to trade for a $10.5 million goalie.
I don't think that's happening.
Me neither.
No.
Well, I think it depends on where Montreal wants to go with this. Obviously, I don't think that's going to happen. But
No, I think the contract is a non-starter.
No, they got to pull their head out of their ass defensively.
Yeah.
Is what they got to do. Give Kemper a chance. If you're playing your best, you need the Avalanche need to play their best hockey in order to evaluate their goaltending situation, and then they can figure out what they need to do. They're not a goalie away from contending based on what I've seen. Mm-hmm. They need to be way better.